Hello and welcome back to Quest for Glory 1, where we are playing as a thief and will hopefully be saving the kingdom or village, whatever, of Spielberg here. We have just a couple of things to do before we actually enter the endgame, but we will start by heading to the bar and picking up a very important note. Once you have saved the baronet from the kobold, this note will be dropped at the bar. Pick up the note. Smooth out a piece of paper and read. B, meet me at the archery range as soon as possible. Urgent. All right. And yes, now once you find that, a secret meeting will occur at the archery range, although it is not always something that happens immediately. And I think that will be the case usually. I wouldn't say usually. Often, you have to wait until slightly later in the day. I'm also just going to pop down on the screen just to see if... Now, just see if we can get like... Oh, there's the dolphin. Delphinius, looking for a hero to help him save Illyria. Reference to another game from the studio. Sometimes Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster, will show up, but we didn't get so lucky this time. Now, the big thing that we have to do before going to the end game is that I forgot to speak to the healer about certain spell components, more specifically Cheetar Claws and Trollbeard. And until you talk to her, we won't try to collect them. And as a thief, we don't actually get points for collecting them or for beating those monsters, but we do get points for selling her a beard and claws. Yeah, so let's roam around for a little bit, see if we can fight, in particular, a Cheetar, as we're going to come across a troll very shortly regardless. Basically, I'm just looking on here because if you can't sleep, then an enemy is going to be showing up. So it's worth staying. I don't care about a brigand. It's not worth our time. Anytime you enter one of the preset screens like this, it'll break up the pursuit by whatever enemy had been following you. You're not getting very lucky right now in terms of things wanting to kill us. Usually is a good thing. You can often also tell if an enemy's going to come on screen because there'll often be this little kind of hitch, like an extra second of loading. It usually means that there's going to be an enemy. Yeah. We saw just a tiny hitch there before we held things up to look at the sleep icon. This goes on longer than another 10 seconds or so. I might just pause quickly until something pops up. And by something I mean a Cheetar specifically. Anything else is a waste of our time. Let's see. There we go. All right. All right, so we'll have to take this fella out. Ooh, it's some aggressive snarling from you. Not much of a threat anymore. Oh, you know what? I did forget to show off our stats, which are not 100% perfect. Intelligence is difficult to train when you're not a mage, and then lockpicks and climbing, when they get that high in this game, are fairly rigid and just not really worth the time. But they're high enough that we'll be able to take care of it in the next game. Now, one thing we do want to make sure of is that we have at least one additional dagger or some rocks before entering this screen for this meeting. which actually may not be happening yet. Yeah. So let's take a little nap after our fight, which will hopefully cause them to show up. It might not be enough. We might need 1 more hour. All right, let's kill something else. One nice thing in the later games is that they are much more free with letting you just sleep away the day, as opposed to this game where you are frequently too impatient. All right. I suppose we could have gone to the Goblin Training Grounds and just showed off how much more powerful we've gotten, but it's not overly necessary. All right, that should be enough. So let's head to the archery range. Oh, hey, look, another one. All right, so we don't need to listen. We have Bruno, the guy out here, who's also a thief, talking to this brigand. They're talking about how there's a secret entrance where the Antwerp is bouncing, and about how the brigand leader and the warlock are starting to get onto them, so they're going to have to put a hold on their meetings and only use the back door, where there's a secret passphrase so that Fred, whoever Fred is, will let them through unaccosted. And that word is hide and go seek. Sort of. Absolutely want to make sure that you do this without leaving this screen, as if you come back, the brigand will be ready for you. So we'll take him out. And then we again have to waste a little bit of time, because otherwise Bruno will kind of glitch out a little bit. In theory, I think once he's back there, it shouldn't be an issue, but it still is, where if you immediately go to that screen just south of the archery field, which you have to get to if you want to get to that fallen brigand that you took out, Bruno will be there and will pepper you with some knives before you have a chance to react, which really puts a damper on the day, I think. But luckily, things after this are fairly brief, so not too worried about a couple extra minutes here at the beginning. Take out this goblin easily enough. Grab a few extra coins and carry on. Oop. Forgot to rest. There we go. All right, now we should be safe. Sometimes things still get a little messy, but there we go. So we will search him to retrieve our dagger and then take that key, which, as a thief, we don't actually need, but I like to get it. Not really in the mood. All right, and nothing should chase us onto the screen. We will simply walk at the Antwerp to have it pop away. All right, find a keyhole concealed in the crack in the rock, so we can use the key, or we can just pick it. Ah, luck. So let's open this, and then we can say the password. Walk in, and we're fine. However, we want to kill that troll, so let's go up here. One more time, we will listen to the Antwerp bouncing. And this time, why don't we use the key just for a little variety. Open up and walk in. And there's Fred. Trolls, slightly more difficult. You want to try to time your attack for when they're stepping forward. Easiest way to catch them. Otherwise, you will fairly rarely hit. This is a good example of where your actual skill as a player plays a part in addition to your skill as a character. Alright, now let's drop these 2 items off at the healer. Get a couple of puzzle points for each of them, and then we can advance through to the end game. It must be evening, yeah. Wasted the whole day. Alright, so let's do this. Troll beard, and oops. And these claws, which unfortunately we have to sell individually. Alright, and then I will also, just for the sake of the next game, you can only take so much money with you, and we have tons, into the next game, but you can take not necessarily an unlimited amount, but a very large number of potions with you. So I'm just going to stock up on some stamina potions now, so that we can have them in the next game. At least I think they follow through. So the next game, they're pills. Alright, that's more than enough. Alright. Well, that is just about everything. Hopefully, I didn't miss anything. I guess we'll find out at the end when we see our final count of puzzle points. Saurus Rex, I'm not interested. Now the door will stay open because Fred's not here to close it. And we'll start sneaking, come around, and come into the backside of the brigand hideout here. Here we see Toro, the bull. Good ears, but very poor peripheral vision. So, the most important thing with dealing with Toro is not to make any noise, which I'm going to try to sneak past him. I fail remarkably often, but we'll see what we can do. We got to make sure we don't hit the bushes and then climb over. There we go. Now we might be in here with none of the... Good, yeah. Since Toro didn't notice us, the guards are not out shooting us, so we have essentially unlimited time in this area, which we don't need much of. You want to click on those wires to make sure you don't trip. Shut this door behind you, come over here, wait until they walk away from the door, use the chair to block this door, come and stand behind this candelabra, wait till the Stooges get to about GA, knock this over. Wait until they get to the end of the table. Climb up. Grab the rope. And once that falls, through this door. Sometimes the game will glitch right here, so hopefully we get lucky. Nation-enabled me speaks. Alright. So here we have Yorick, the Baron's Jester, but also the Brigand Warlock. I'm going to click through everything here. I think those are actually the only 2 things we need, was to talk to him once and then mention Elsa. After this, we should be good. But we'll just click through everything else just to make certain. Oops. Swordy Lordy, who in our fighter playthrough we took down a peg, and then just because I don't feel like dealing with him, I'm going to throw a dagger at him so he leaves. Or maybe he won't leave. He's supposed to leave. That's fine. So long as you move quickly enough, he won't actually be able to throw things at you, but he will otherwise try. Alright, so let's step through this doorway. No! Alright, hang on a minute. Alright, round 2. Go through here. I don't know why this doorway is one that gets glitched so often, but it does. If you get kind of stuck in it, you just freeze up and can't leave anymore. This is when Yorick starts to get a little little antsy that he might have solved his puzzle. There we go. And we knock, and then just step slightly off screen, or at least out of the way of the door. Wait till it falls and pop in here. I'm pretty sure I must have missed 1 point somewhere. I'm not sure where. Probably in conversation, but such is life. Let's throw the Dispel Potion on the Brigand leader, who is revealed to be Elsa. What? I had no idea. Yeah, she's very happy and calls for Yorick just as the brigands start trying to break into this room. Now, one thing that I always want to do as the thief character is take a second to look at the blackbird here. That blackbird looks strangely familiar. Sense that its destiny is irrevocably entwined with yours in a strange foreshadowing of the rest of the Quest for Glory series. All right, let's grab these health potions. Grab the map, which we have to go the way for. Or not the map, the mirror. And let's depart. All right. Now, one last thing to do, which is to head back up to Baba Yaga. I have to go over one, don't I? Yes. All right. Have Bonehead let us in. What is the rhyme? Hut of Brown. Baba Yaga will threaten us, but we'll just have our mirror ready and wait. It's essentially the final click of the game, at least the last one that matters. You get some frog-based puns, some flying puns. Oh, we missed 6 puzzle points. Now I'm even more upset. I wonder if we ever bought a meal for Abdullah Do. That could be where we lost points. I don't remember doing that. It doesn't matter. That may well be what it is. I don't remember if we stayed a night at the Cattail Inn. Alright, so we could look at all these people here, all these individuals who worked on designing the game. Where's Laurie Cole? Nope. There we go. Lorianne Cole and Corey. Alright, let's just sit here, wait a minute for Yorick to come cartwheeling in. Or not. Alright, so after this, we will do some redone versions of Quest for Glory 2, Trial by Fire. And then we'll see. That might be the end of the ones that we need to redo. I'm not sure if the audio and everything on 3 and 4 are good enough to just leave alone, but I'll check them out and we'll see. And kind of see where things take us from there. Let ourselves float by, and I think where we will end is once we float off screen and get to the point where it's asking me to save. Yeah, we will end things here and come back in Quest for Glory 2 Trial by Fire. But till then, see ya.